Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another show review with many thoughts. Dr. T and I have Jermaine. He is back, my husband. Say what's up to the people, baby.
What's good, everybody? I'm back. Let's get
I
it.
got us 2 weeks in a row. You see what I'm saying? So watch out.
Yeah. Let's get it.
And I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Babe, did you enjoy your Father's Day?
Yeah, I did. I did. It was good. It was really nice.
Good, good. Yeah, he is an excellent father to our three sons. And one of the traditions that we do is every Father's Day, I pick out like an outfit and dress the boys and Jermaine alike. And I love doing that. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. So when we go to church, so this was 2018. So this is our oldest. So this was the first year we did it. He was like maybe 6 months or so. Well,
Hmm.
not even that old. He was a baby.
That's right.
And it was so funny because you remember I had bought the bow tie where you had to know how to tie it. It wasn't like
Yeah.
free tie.
Yeah.
And we cannot get that thing on. We can laugh about it now. It wasn't funny that Sunday. We could not get that thing to work. But luckily Jermaine had a tie that had polka dots, so he put that on.
Yeah.
And then this is 2019.
Hmm.
Became a little bit easier. Trying to put dress clothes on babies is not, I just
Yeah.
don't recommend it. So it got a lot easier here. It's 2019. So of course 2020, was COVID. So
Hmm.
our church, we were going to church online then because the church was closed, but we still wanted to honor the tradition. So we got matching shirts there.
Hmm.
2021,
One of my favorites.
2022.
Yeah. Smell clean. Yeah, too.
Let's see, 2023, we had our middle son, so he got to get in on the pictures.
Yeah.
That's
Go Juju.
Juju. And then last year, we actually were in Punta Cana on Father's Day. And so we
Yeah.
didn't go to church, but we still got our picture, got the outfits and the matching J's for everybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was
And
clean.
then
Hmm.
this past Sunday had our third son, so he got to get in the picture
Oh yeah.
too. Little Drew. So we got Jalen, Juju, and Drew there.
Hmm.
And then the running joke is, our church family is just like, oh my God, you guys are so organized. Like it's just y'all, because we every Sunday we have our boys dressed in bow ties or ties or whatever, dressed, Sunday clothes.
Hmm.
And so they're just like, oh my gosh, how do you do it? It's just amazing. They look so good. Let me show y'all what really be going on. All right. So Juju didn't want to be in the picture. He was cutting up.
Yeah.
Drew, it was time for his nap around about 9:30. He get real weary. And then our third son, he not gonna miss out on a good opportunity for a photo op. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's our little tradition that we do. It's been a lot of
Hmm.
fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Never Ever Mets. This was the last episode. Okay. Now they're gonna have a reunion, which I'm happy for that because last year they didn't have a reunion. The show was just over. So I'm happy for that. But so this was the last actual show where they were gonna decide whether they were gonna go home with their person or not.
Yeah.
So before they did that, they all went on a final date, and the women prepared or chose the date this time. So the first person we follow is Keke and Brandon. So Keke chooses Dave and Buster's. This was kind of wild, but Keke was like, I mean, he acting like a big kid, so I took him to go play some games. I was like,
Yeah.
dang. And then Brandon has mixed emotions and trust issues with Keke and her ex,
Mm,
especially if they're going to be living in different locations. So what
yeah.
did you have to say about this date?
Well, I thought the date was actually kinda cool. They went somewhere, where it was just light, this wasn't too heavy. Nothing
Yeah.
nothing heavy going on. wasn't too deep. It was just like, let's go have some fun. Let's go play some games. And to be honest with you, I thought that Brandon held himself quite well, especially for the way he was feeling
Mhm.
that gets later revealed. And I feel like he enjoyed himself with her. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let his feelings get in the way of having a good time with her. Um, like I said, how things actually get revealed in the end. I'm surprised he was that cordial to her during that date. And hey, I thought the date was cool though. I thought they enjoyed their time together pretty well.
Y'all, Keke not over that ex. That's the whole problem with this. I don't care what she talking about. She is
Mm,
still talking to him.
mm.
He still has her heart, and that's why she's not emotionally available for Brandon. You could just tell the whole time her heart was never into Brandon at all, like the whole entire time. Never affectionate,
Mm,
never trying to get to know him better. Just
mm,
she not over that ex. That's the real problem here. And look, I'm not judging because we all been there. We all there's all of us have had somebody that's your homegirl, your homeboy, like, dog,
mm.
like leave her. Or your homegirl, like, you gotta stop going back to him. And so we all been caught up in the matrix before. But I do think it was wrong for Keke to
Mm.
string Brandon along though. Now that's where she went wrong.
Definitely went wrong there. Um, it's wild. She was stringing the dude along that she'll probably
Yeah,
never be able to get again. So
that
it's like, I don't know, man. I guess this ex must be, I don't know, some celebrity or football player or somebody in the NBA or somebody. I don't know who
I
the ex is,
I doubt it. I doubt
but it's
it.
like this ex better be Barack Obama or somebody crazy.
Yeah,
That,
she is stuck bad.
I don't understand. I don't
Stuck bad.
understand.
Well, because they were engaged, so
Okay,
but
well,
then, like, he cheated on her and did all this stuff. She
right.
just stuck. She's stuck. And
Well,
two
yeah, man. When you think about her as just in a nutshell and wanting to find somebody new, the fact that she turned him down 4 times to meet because of said ex, I know that's what really crushed him. I know that's what really,
Oh, yeah,
you
because he
know
did say that.
yeah, that was really the are we talking about the final outcomes yet or no?
No, 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 just,
Okay,
what the but the he did talk about that here, though, because he was like, "I went 4
okay.
times, to see you, and I thought you turned me down because you were maybe feeling unsure of yourself or something," not
Right.
knowing the whole time it was
Bruh.
because of her ex, and you could see it in Brandon's countenance too. He
Yeah,
was saying like, "Oh, yeah, this is fun. This is a fun date." He was saying it out of his mouth, but you could tell in his demeanor that he just wasn't.
he wasn't into it.
He wasn't. Yeah, yeah,
He wasn't into it, so, hey. Eh,
yeah.
I just think Kiki took him for granted and, you know, everything that she was doing during the time, she coulda gave him a better time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she knew, just I remember when he was cooking and she ain't help. That part,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I'm like, when I saw that, I said, "Yeah, I don't know, she might be a little bit on the lazy side." You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? And when you're lazy or you're not showing your partner or spouse that you're willing to do work or put in work for them, that's never gonna end well. You're not gonna it was so especially how hot he was after he did all that cooking. And I think he got help from somebody else that wasn't even his girl or something.
right.
And she
Yeah.
was just kinda
She
moping
she
around
wasn't
him. "He
into
don't want
him.
me to drink. He don't want me to drink. I just wanna." It's like, "Girl, you need to get yourself together with that drinking if it's like that. If you gonna miss out on a whole partner because, you're just not willing to drink less. That's kinda crazy, but alright.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that was that date. Um, let's get to the good part. Jared and Charlie. So Charlie chooses to have the date outside because Jared likes nature. So they're doing a whole picnic thing, sunset. They reminisce about their first date. and all of that, and then she just started bringing up, like, old stuff. I think she was just trying to conjure up, like, good memories of the old times. "You remember
Mhm.
that time I bought you, like, a $500 Xbox, and I got your name tattooed on me? You remember that?" I was like, "Girl, I wouldn't have said that on national TV. You look crazy. Stop."
Yeah,
So keep we
yeah.
were remember we had to rewind. I was like, "Say what now? Did she say she got his name tattooed on her body?"
Bruh. I'm like, "What is going on here?" Like, for one, they're not married, they're not engaged. They haven't
Nothing.
seen each
Not
other
even
yet.
your man for real.
Oh, yeah, they haven't even seen each other yet, right?
Yo,
So, I'm like, is this on the crazy side of life?" You
I
know,
don't know why she said that on national TV.
I mean, buying him an Xbox and you ain't seen him, that's a stretch. Because
That is a stretch
the
too.
'cause them Xboxes,
Maybe
or
yeah,
just say
over there.
PS5, yeah, just say PS5, whatever he wanted. You get that, you gotta earn that, you know, the
I get
couch
you a
potatoes
game.
the couch potatoes, them boys who just get with girls just so they have a place to stay. The couch crusaders, man.
Homosexuals.
Yeah, whatever they call them. You get that Xbox, that's the prize. You get the PS5, that's everything. So, she sent him one, didn't even see him one time. They haven't
That's
even seen each
crazy.
other. Then got a tattoo of his name. I bet he's probably thinking like, "Nah, she might be crazy." But
Yeah,
let me
oh,
just see,
certified. 'Cause
because
remember he was like, "Yeah, and, you know, cause I never had got around to getting your name on me,
oh,
cause I just be busy." And I was like, "Dang, you look crazy, Charlie. My lord."
he said, "Yeah, I never got around to that."
Never got around to it.
He said it so calm, like, "Sister, you crazy." I'm like,
And it's no offense if you got somebody name tattooed on you, but and I love my husband, and I know you love me, baby, but I can't get your name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, man, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Not unless I'm not even married to
Right,
you.
and
What?
they not even married,
That's
and that
crazy.
is just wild, though. Like, you got this man's name on you. I hope she got it covered up,
She gonna have
but
to get it altered or something.
but let's also remember, she had 3 kids she didn't let him know about before after. Well, she
Yeah.
got the tattoo before she let him
Mhm.
know about these other 3 kids. It's like, okay, you rolling the super dice right now to think that he's just gonna be with you, and you got
It's
3
like,
other
since
kids
y'all don't have a child together, so it's like he has nothing
that
tying him to you.
he said, "You're my best friend."
Yes, he says he
Ah,
sees her as a best friend. Um, she isn't thrilled about the term best friend, and she's trying to tell him that she wants him as her man.
mm,
Um, and she doesn't want him to make her look stupid.
mm,
Too late.
mm.
You
That's what
about
she said.
9 episodes too late.
Yeah.
My head was hurting on this, man,
Mm,
and 'cause it's so sad, and it's like, "Charlie, can you see
yeah.
what we can see?" And I don't think she can see,
She just
and that's
really
what
liked
hurted me.
him. Um I guess she was just really attracted to the dude because y'all never met. This is the first let's remember, this is the first time y'all met. So, it's like, how much can you I guess you can build a relationship long distance without really learning. Tell Brandon that he was head over heels. He went to Atlanta 4 times, Keke, and every single time she said, "No, no, no," and he's like, "I
And
just
he's
still love
also
you."
delusional. Let's not and I love Brandon, but that was crazy too.
What you mean? Like, delusional?
Would you come see me 4 times and I turn you down all 4 times? And you
I
just be cool?
Nah, I couldn't have. That let me
That's
know
what
he
I'm
genuinely liked her because he was spending his money to get to her 4 times. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
I just can't let him off the hook because that's real crazy too. But back to Jared and Charlie, like I said last time, you can't force anybody to be with you. better yet, you can't manipulate anybody to be with you, right? So let
Mhm.
me if I buy him these gifts and, "Oh, I know, let me get a tattoo, that'll do it." No, no,
Getting that
like, this
tattoo ain't gonna do it.
no, no. She just and
Because
you shouldn't have to do all of that, right?
I think the show's gonna get her a man maybe that she won't like or that she may not be compatible with, but it gave her enough exposure to where there's plenty of guys that say, "Hey, I'll take on the 4 kids." You know, she got
Is there
money
plenty of guys that's gonna say that?
just from the clout of it
Oh,
being
oh, okay,
her.
okay. 'Cause they think
Now
she
that
might get a spinoff show or something.
not necessarily that, it's just that, okay, I'm with this D-list celebrity now, and she's got money,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you
Yep,
know,
I can see that, I can see that.
she's got 4 kids, but she got money. So I'll be the couch crusader.
She does have money, that's one thing she
Mhm.
has going for her, that's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, so I'm sure there's plenty of guys she'll be able to get a tattoo on her back, for after she meets him for 2 weeks with no problem. You know what I'm saying?
This was just so sad, this scene was sad
It's not sad.
because we could see him playing in her face.
She saw him playing in her face too.
He was like,
She was
"Nah, nah, let me tell you something. Bump what everybody else saying because me and you my best friend, and that trumps everything." And see, I was like, "You don't stop." Oh, and then he pulled out the oldest trick in the book,
what's that?
the whole "let's not put labels on it" trick. Like,
Ah,
that's the oldest
yeah.
trick in the book. And let me tell y'all something. My husband might not remember this, but he tried to pull that on me. We was what 3 months. We was dating.
What?
About month 3, I was like, "So, what is this?" And then he tried to do the whole, like, "Don't worry about it, we just gonna keep doing what we do," you know what I'm saying, "Shawty," you know what I'm saying?
Really? No. No, no. Look,
I told you he wasn't gonna remember
I
that.
said, "You were my girl." That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? No,
It
I
wasn't
wasn't
he had a
playing
good
no
heart
games.
about it, but he was like, "Yeah, we don't really gotta, like, be like, put the labels on it and all that." So then I was like, "Well, let me ask you something. If you seen me just talking and laughing with another guy, would you be mad?" And he was like, "Yeah, I would be mad." So then we was like, "Okay, well, we boyfriend and girlfriend." So that's how we did that. But he don't remember,
Really?
y'all.
Whatever.
But yeah, guys will try that "let's not put labels on it" trick. I need the labels. I need all the labels.
I
Get your
said, "She
labels.
my girl." That's what I remember saying, "You my girl." I remember saying that. So I don't know what conversation this was. I must have just forgot this conversation, but I remember the conversation when I said, "Oh, yeah, you my girl." I sure said that. So anyway, next.
And then Jared also used the term soulmate. So when the best
Mm,
friend wasn't working, he was like, "Okay, I gotta think of another. You know what? You my soulmate." So he was just pulling out all the tricks.
yeah.
And then she left saying she was more confused than ever.
Yeah, yeah. He
And
did
it's
a
just so
lot to simplify.
weird because he'll confuse her and do all this stuff, and then he'd be like, "Come here." And then she'll just like, "Okay." And then she'll just hug him. And it's like she never got angry on this show. Like, as much as he was playing her in her face, like I never seen her be like, "Don't talk to me," or "I'm about to leave," or she just
'Cause
there each and
she
every time waiting.
she didn't wanna get him mad. She didn't wanna give him any reasons to leave, you know?
Oh,
So
okay.
because she know, "Okay,
That's a
I
good
got
point.
4 kids. I gave him 3 on the show 2 weeks ago. Let me go ahead
Oh,
and
so she
just
couldn't do too
chill."
much. I see what you're saying.
No, you can I mean, if someone gave you 3 kids in a week, I'm like, "Yo, I went from 1 to 4," and I think he was resentful from that from Jump Street,
Yeah.
and I feel like he said, "I'm gonna get back at her. I'm gonna be cool with her."
Yeah.
Excuse my language. He said he's gonna get in them draws, and then he gonna bounce. That was his whole
And
plan,
that's exactly what he did.
and that's exactly what he did. That's exactly
Okay,
what he did.
so next, Charlie, she's all confused in the head right now. So then she goes and she's in a scene with Alexis. And how many people know Alexis clocked in? I don't know where she been the whole show, but this whole season, but she clocked in right here. And so Charlie
Mm.
was like, "Yeah, I knew no matter what, when I came on the show, I was leaving with Jared because nobody's ever treated me this good and checked all my boxes." And Alexis was like, "Girl, where are your boxes? Like, let me know what boxes are these that he's checking."
Mm. Yeah.
And so then Charlie tried to play it like, "Yeah, I'm close to not leaving with him. I'm close to saying no." And Alexis was like, "You a lie." Alexis, I don't know what got into her in this scene, but she was just telling the truth. And Charlie needed to hear that.
She still was mad he said no to her, though. I mean, none of it changes the fact that he was playing in her face, and we know why he was. We know that he wasn't serious about being with her. He's like, "Listen, I ain't about to take on 4 kids. I got 2 of my own. I ain't moving nowhere. I ain't moving away from my son," which was a valid reason.
Yeah.
Probably one
But
of
we're
the
gonna
more
get there, babe. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get this is her in the scene with Alexis. Saying talking about Alexis was trying to speak some reason into her,
Mhm.
but I just think Charlie, like you said, she was so far gone. Her first mistake when she said, when me and Jared came to the show, I was gonna leave with him regardless. I think that was her first mistake. I think she should have came here with an open
Mm.
mind. Like, I think I like this guy. We have a good relationship online, but I'm going to come to the show to figure out XYZ.
Mm.
So she came in wrong. Like, no matter what, I'm leaving with him. Like, that wasn't the mentality to have.
Mm. Well, if you really like somebody, I guess it's a cool mentality to have, you know?
Even when you're dating, you should never have that mentality, even when dating. In my opinion, this is an interview. I'm trying to see if I want to be with you. Like, I've never gone to a mentality of no matter what, I'm marrying this person. Like, no, you get new information all the time. You
That
know
is
what I'm
true.
saying? So
That's
I
true.
don't know. She reeks of desperation. That's just the bottom line.
Very much so. Very much so.
And the thing about desperation, y'all, men can smell it on you. They can smell it too. They don't like it, so they're not gonna be with you. If they
Mm.
are, they're gonna be with you to manipulate. And this is just a classic. They're gonna say,
Mm.
"Oh, okay, she not going nowhere. Okay, cool, bet. I'm
Mm.
gonna get what I can get, whether that's sex, whether that's money, place
Mm.
to stay, gifts,
Mm.
using your car while you at work, whatever."
Mm, 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 mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, desperation, that's not the way to go. You don't wanna be in a position where it's like, no matter what, I'm gonna be with this person, like, nah.
Mhm.
You gotta have standards, you gotta stand for something. And this is where she went wrong. Matter of fact, you remember when he first told her he was playing in her face? It was maybe like
Yeah.
2 or 3 episodes ago. I would've left then when he
W
was like, "Yeah,
when he
I
said the
could
F
F
no?
no." Yeah. She shoulda left
Yeah.
then. She didn't get
Yeah.
mad or anything, like, the next scene, she was I don't know.
He said, "Why won't you just honest and just tell me that you said F no?" Like, you just said F no. Like, what else he gotta say? He basically saying
Well, I don't think it's anything he coulda said or done to make her leave.
it wasn't
I
'cause
really
and he
don't.
I think that is why I have a theory. I feel
Okay.
like he was beginning to push her away by the things he was saying in the games, to her, to
Mm.
the house. He said, "I gotta get this girl up from up
He wanted
underneath."
her to say no.
Yeah, like,
Gotcha.
I can't we can't be together, sister. I don't know what else to say, but you got to go. Like, I don't want you hitting me up when we leave the house. I don't want you hitting me up all day, every day. Like, I miss you. I miss you. He didn't want
Oh,
to
you
hear
already
none
know
of
she
those.
doing that to this day.
You already know. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
yeah.
Alexis tried to talk some sense into it. It didn't work. So now they are at dinner
Mm,
and they're finishing up dinner. It's 4 couples left. It's 4
mm,
rooms, including
mm,
the boom boom room. And
mm,
so, they was pretty much like, okay, y'all, everybody can have their own room tonight.
mm,
So they need somebody to go to the boom boom room. Alexis was like, don't even worry about it. Me and Chris, we gonna be there tonight. So y'all don't even worry about that. And then
mhm.
Chris was like, absolutely not. And
Bruh.
Alexis is wondering why.
Mm,
Um, And like I told y'all, I always have a good theory, and I can't figure this one out. She's controlling. This is
I
Chris's words. Controlling, doesn't listen, overweight. He doesn't wanna have sex with her because I would have just been like, "Oh, he's just with her to get sex." Adamant, does not want sex with her. Like, "No, no, are you crazy?" Um,
I know why, but continue.
I'm confusion. Your theory is that she got money?
No. Well, that
What?
she's got some sort of money, but my theory is he's afraid about how crazy she'll get once they have intercourse, because some women ratchet up to crazy after intercourse is placed inside the relationship. As long as you keep it cool, hey, we ain't ever did nothing. We ain't, yeah, we're emotionally committed, but we ain't had no sex, and we ain't do that. You know, all that. So you can kind of steer clear. You can kind of separate yourself from a situation way
Mm,
easier by not having intercourse with the woman versus if you were to have intercourse with the woman. You know,
yep. That
so there's
that
lots
is
of
very
reasons
true.
why,
Emotions get involved. That is
emotionally,
true.
spiritually, all that stuff. But you
Yeah.
know, but still, it's yeah. Like I said, the crazy gets ratchet. Like you talk about, you want the controlling to go up from here to here. You know, hey,
I
have
guess
have intercourse with the crazy girl.
what I'm struggling with is
Mhm.
I don't know why he's with her. Like, I can't think of a reason. He hasn't given me one reason why he likes her. Like, I don't know. And like I said, I coulda went with, okay, maybe he's just trying to have sex, but it's like, it's not even that. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he like her.
But he don't. Like, he hadn't said one thing. Anytime he says Alexis, the very next thing is controlling. Alexis controlling, controlling Alexis. Like,
Well, my
what's one nice thing that
childhood
he said about her?
showed me that controlling comes in a lot of different ways,
Oh my god, he be overacting
and I
in
don't
his
know what
confessionals,
I'm gonna do if she controlling. I'm like,
and Imma have to figure it out because 'cause Imma have to tell her because
and I'm like, "All right, bruh."
yeah, I can't figure that one out, y'all. So anyway,
Yeah.
next, they always gotta play a game that leads to some confusion. So they play their last game. They had these red and green paddles.
Mhm.
A question was asked, and then they had to say yes or no.
Mhm.
Um, so I figured, babe, we can play too. What you think?
How?
The first question was, is arguing healthy in a relationship? So what do you think?
I don't think arguing is healthy, but I do think, disagreement is healthy because it conjures different sets and angles of ideas that you're not gonna hear until the disagreement comes along. You can hear the different perspectives of your partner about things that you probably normally wouldn't talk about, and then you can come to good conclusions to where you can become closer because then you're able to understand their side of the story, they're able to understand your side of the story, and then you can come to a mutual agreement in the middle and
Mhm.
become a better team.
I 100% agree. I think arguing
Mhm.
is unhealthy because to me, arguing would be I am trying to get Jermaine to see my point of view. That's
Mhm.
arguing. So I think that's not healthy. I think disagreement to your point, or I would even say like having a discussion is I'm trying to understand Jermaine's point of view. I think that's healthy. Because
Yeah,
whenever we have a disagreement about something, because we're on the same team, right? It's just that we see it differently. That's all I think a disagreement is. And
right.
so I'm always fighting to try to see his perspective. Like, what how are you seeing this? You see what I'm saying? Not, oh, I gotta get him to see it how I see it. I think that's what arguing is. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, yeah.
The next one was, should you share passwords?
I think it depends on the couple. Brandon brought up a great, he brought up a great answer. He said, "You know what? If you're doing all that, there's a lack of trust already."
Mm,
So it's like, that is a good point. You know, if I'm going around fishing all in your phone, I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to look. Like sometimes you find stuff that's not even there. If you know what I mean.
yeah. You
Like,
go looking for something, you'll find it.
oh, yeah, but it's not anything that is even harmful. But you're saying is harmful or
Yeah,
whatever because your mindset is already in harmful mode.
right.
You just gotta trust your spouse that they're not disrespecting you or creeping on you or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yep, yep, that's a
Leave
good
it
point.
alone. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah,
So
I could go either way on this one. Like, I get it. I get it sharing it, I get it not sharing. I'm bad with passwords, like, my seven-year-old know my password, so I'm probably not a good person to ask.
mhm, mhm,
Um, yeah, I gotta get better with um, my password security.
yeah. And my
Um,
and my whole thing is like if you have like good friends like my homeboys or whatever or your girl group or whatever, it's like it's some of the things that are discussed amongst you as friends, they're told in confidentiality that, hey, I'm telling you as my friend, my best friend, I don't necessarily want your husband to know I get cramps at 3 in the morning and or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or vice versa, or like, one of my boys is telling me something about their wife and necessarily don't want you to know, you know what I'm saying? It's just about
yeah, I
between me
understand
and
that.
him. So yeah, so I mean, it's
Yeah,
just kind of one of those things you got there has to be a level of respect
yeah,
when it comes to that.
yeah. I'm just go ahead and tell y'all, if you tell me anything, Imma tell my husband, I'm sorry, but he not gonna tell nobody though.
Saying that, but in confidential, if it's her best friend, she not gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Okay, next question is, Jermaine, do you want more kids?
me, I'm personally fine with 3 because it's rough doing that baby thing. The baby cycle seems like it's just never ending. You know what I'm saying? And
Ah.
we got a quick, like a small break from Jalen, like a couple of years, and then after that, boom, boom, right back to back, like baby central. Wham, 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 changing diapers, holding, in the middle of the night bottles, just random crying fits. It's a lot, man. So it's like,
And we
I'm
love
good
our
with my 3.
kids.
I'm so good with my 3.
You know what? I was an only child, and so, I've always wanted a larger family, and
Mhm.
I would have 10 kids if, to Jermaine's point, I could skip from about newborn to 2, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even
About
like, if they
3.
just came out and they was 3, I had 10 kids, like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I love 'cause I'm a teacher, so I enjoy the teaching of it all and, helping guide them through life, love it. But that whole baby
That first
stuff,
3 years is yeah.
yeah, like, I'm not a baby mom, like, that's not my thing. And so I couldn't see us
Well,
doing it
she is
over
a baby
again.
mom because she's a baby mom, so it gotta be her thing right now.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it,
She
y'all.
might
That's
not enjoy
like,
it, but it's definitely her thing.
ugh, I couldn't see myself doing it over again, unfortunately. But like I said, if they could pop out at, like, 3, then I would probably have 2 more.
Right. They can pop out at 3, which they can't. So,
And we can barter with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, we give you our kid for a couple years,
nah.
you give them back at 3, you know what I'm saying? Just hit us up, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-uh. But, yeah, but as far as my 3 boys, I'm good with them, like, straight up. I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think I can do it again, I'm so sorry. Okay, and then the final question, I'm not even gonna ask you this, do you believe in monogamy? And, this was hilarious. Like, I think this is what you were saying, babe, about how Jared you think he was just saying this to make her mad, so she would say no? She's
Um,
like, "Yeah, it
Tell
goes
him why
against
you
human
mad, son.
nature."
I personally think yeah, let me say one more time, one more time.
Yeah, tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad.
Now, I think Jared is doing all these things to make Charlie mad. He's saying whatever he can to like push her away to make her not be attracted to him or
Mm,
emotionally connected. Personally, I'm surprised he didn't say, "Well, yeah, I got to have 4, 5, 6 girls at one time." Just whatever. Like I got to juggle them. I'm surprised he didn't go even further than what he did. But what he said was like so striking when he was like, "Yeah, everybody gets their turn, and
yeah. Said he
and
thinks
that's
he
it.
thinks it goes against human nature. Um,
Somebody's on top of it. Everybody get their turn, and that's it."
yeah, he
Yeah, but
thinks
that's
it's
gonna
just
change.
their turn. But then eventually you'll grow out of love with that person, and you can't expect it to last forever. And he believes it all ends in heartbreak at the end.
He's the most pessimistic dude. That's so cool about it though. Like he's so cool about being pessimistic is crazy.
Yeah, I said if playing in your face was a person, it is Jared. And
I
then
per
also it
Yeah.
explains why he got divorced too. That's why I don't think he's joking. I think he's real serious about all of this. Cause remember he said he
Yeah, I
was
think he's
married for
serious.
3 years and then
Mhm.
what I can't remember the way he said it.
He
Like,
said he woke up and he got tired of waking up next to the
yeah, like
same
yeah, the
person.
routine of it got too much or something he
It's
was
like
talking about. So I think he's serious about this.
I think he's
I
dead
don't think he
serious.
was just saying it.
I think he's one of those guys that get the food gets stale real quick for him. Like
Mhm.
the meal gets real expired, it gets expired quicker than normal. And normally it's supposed to take a long, long time, I guess, before a man should even, I guess, see that or if at all. But his is like, okay, I'm tired of looking at this. I need something new. I need something new. I need something new really quick. Like he was
Matter
married
of
for 3
fact,
years. 3 years is is really early.
now that you say that, they're probably in this house for 3 or 4 weeks, and you remember at one point, he was like, "Yeah, the honeymoon, phase is
Phase
worn
is
out, like, now
over.
I gotta tell her." I was like, "Dang." I was in the house for, like,
Yeah.
3 weeks. So he get tired of you quick, that's scary.
Yeah, I think his stock dropped a lot with the ladies.
Yeah, I'm like, "No, he know he on national TV saying
Yeah, they
this?"
gonna see that. A lot of women gonna see that, and they're gonna be like, "Dang, Buddy is just I can't take Buddy serious. He's not
Right.
gonna be with me for more than a year, 2 years tops.
Exactly.
Then he's gonna get tired, have a baby on me, and then say, 'Yeah, I know I was gaslighting you because I'm not in love with you anymore,
Right.
and it's
I'm
okay
always
for
the
you to be
first to
angry.'"
leave. But how you gonna say you always the first to leave? That's crazy. Yikes.
That
Okay.
is crazy.
I couldn't
Bruh.
believe he was saying all this on TV. I was like, "Did he know this not just a local show? Like, everybody
Oh,
seeing this?"
man. I I don't think he knew the gravity of the viewership on this
I know
show.
his parents are embarrassed and his sister. Remember his sister came to the other show. I would be so embarrassed.
I personally just think he was gonna say whatever. I think some of that he don't believe. He can't. There's no way he just feels like he just
With the married thing, that's how I knew he was being serious. 'Cause that's exactly what he divorced somebody because he got tired of him.
just tired of him. That's it.
Yeah. Can you imagine how heartbroken she would have been?
Yeah,
Dang,
man.
that sucks.
You go through that whole rigmarole to just
Right.
getting married, going through the process, building. I think he just needs the process over and over again. Some people they just like to build on what they got. He likes to build and knock it down, build and knock it down, build and knock. I can't do that.
That's a good point. Some men,
They gotta have the chase.
exactly.
They gotta have
They're addicted to it. They're addicted to that honeymoon stage where we're getting to know each other and we staying up on the phone all night,
yeah.
and as soon
Mhm.
as that
It's
starts to
real.
wear off and it becomes too familiar, they gotta go find somebody else and start it all over again. So I think he's probably one of those type of people.
I think he might be hiding something then, because the more real you get, the more deeper you get with someone. That comes with time. So if you want to keep something shallow enough, you push them away before, time finally tells.
Yeah, and then another reason that happens too is some men they enjoy being like put up on a pedestal. So,
Mhm.
when we first start dating, it's like, "Oh, Jermaine, oh my god, yeah, oh yeah, I'm dating this guy named Jermaine, and he's this and he's that and da 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 da." Now, as
Mhm.
time goes on,
Mhm.
that wanes, and then you like, "Hey, can you pick me up something from Taco Bell? Can you get them diapers?" Da, da, you know what I'm saying? So I think some guys like, "Okay, I need to get that feeling again, so let me go with somebody else so they can dote on me and love me," and it's just a cycle, and
You just don't know
it's
how to.
pretty sad.
You just don't want to commit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's probably one of those guys. I hate to say it. He'll end up in one of those polygamous relationships
Mm.
because he's
Yeah,
constantly.
so he got different.
Yeah, he just he
Yeah.
he just needs different options. That's all. I
Yeah,
mean,
he don't need to commit to anybody because that's not fair to the person.
yeah, I think he'll commit to that. I think
Mhm.
he would if he had 2 or 3 options all in the same house, and he could wooze one on Monday and wooze the other on Tuesday, and then wooze the other. He can rotate enough to where it'll never get old, I guess.
Right.
That's my theory.
Okay. So the next
Mm,
day comes and they're calling this decision day.
mm,
Um, I
mm,
don't know about y'all, but I feel like production I know I'm always talking about production, y'all, but it's a show, so flow
mhm.
with me. I just feel like they dropped the ball on this.
Right, right.
Like, what was that?
Yeah, right, right.
I had thought that it was gonna be a big to do, like,
Yeah,
okay, you on this side and you on this side, and the count of 3, you
yeah,
gotta turn around and flip your sign up and and say yes or
yeah.
no, or I don't know. I just
Some sort of finale.
yeah, you thought that too, that it was gonna be a thing.
I thought definitely because they kept, egging it on. They kept building it up,
Yeah,
so I
like
was like,
tomorrow's the big day and we
"Are
gotta
they
make our
gonna leave
decision.
together?" It should have been more of a formal, "Okay, we're in front of the whole group, the remaining couples.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they
I'm in
were all
front
gonna
of
be
the
together and
yeah, I'm in front of the host, and whatever
yeah.
gets told, and it's real. It's the real conversation in front of everybody, not the, "Oh, we just playing around and saying what people wanna hear so we look good around everybody." It's the, you know, Iris really wasn't feeling the 6 kids, Charlie, so, I mean, you're just gonna be my
Yeah,
best
they
friend, that's it, and then everybody could have seen it and be like, "Oh, dang." And, yeah, granted, that can be embarrassing, around others, but,
they should
at
have
least have
had
the
to
host there.
yeah,
At least
that
have
was
the
so
host there.
confusing. They just went off to the side like, "Okay, you want are we gonna leave together? We not? Okay, cool, see you." I was like, "That's it?"
That was
I was
it.
thinking almost like, on Love Is Blind, how they had that long
Yeah,
hallway.
yeah,
And the doors open. I don't know.
yeah, and maybe not even that, just the fact that, like, maybe the host gives them a key or something and says, do you want the key?" And, "Yeah, I want the key too." And then "Alright, we leaving together," or something.
Okay.
You pick up the key together, or I'm putting the key down. Both of y'all got the key. Okay, you wanna keep the key or put it down? You could have figured something else. That's if you didn't want it all dramatic, you was like, "Yeah, I'm
Terrible
I'm putting my
production.
key down." You know what I'm
I
saying?
couldn't think of nothing. That
I
was
think
terrible.
I think that was their idea was, "Okay, we don't want a grand finale. We want it to be real. We want it to be organic. We just want it to be a
No,
conversation."
no, no, this is a game show. I don't care what
Was it
nobody
a
said, this
game
is
show?
not real life. They
Is
are
it a
on a
game
show. Huh?
I don't know if it's a game show.
Yes, it is a game show. This is fake, and so they should have had a game show-like ending. Real people don't go on shows to meet in person. Like, this is
Yeah,
weird. All of this is weird. So just let it keep being weird. Don't at the end, like, "Oh,
yeah,
we
I guess
we
you're
want it to
right.
be natural." No.
That is a good point. Yeah, it was the whole thing was weird though. Yeah, when you think about it.
Yeah. So
Kiki
I'm
would
sorry,
meet
y'all. They
Brandon.
they dropped the ball on that.
The only time Kiki decided to meet Brandon was with cameras all on her face. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't
So
want
we going right to that. So Brandon and Keke talk, and that's what threw us off because I was like, "Dang, why are they talking about this before
before
the
the
host
the
they do the
finale.
host thing?" Like But I guess that was it. So Brandon's like, "Hey, let's go talk." So Brandon and Keke talk. Brandon suggests that him and Keke separate. He doesn't trust Keke and her ex and doesn't want trust issues in his relationship. Keke agrees and felt like she had to walk on eggshells. And then it was funny because he doesn't give her a hug, a goodbye, or help her with her
Nah.
luggage. He was like, "Adios, Keke."
Yeah, it was almost like he was trying to embarrass her at the
Yeah,
end. Um, almost because I know because he felt embarrassed.
yeah.
He was like, "I embrace this girl, Keke. I'm already getting a lot of flack from my people or whoever asking me why the heck do I even like a Keke?" You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
So he's like, "I'm giving her all this attention, all this love, just for her to not help me cook, to make me feel, unwanted with little or lack of affection, and for me to find out that her ex is the reason why I couldn't see her 4 times. I've spent probably like
Yeah.
1,000 to 2,000, $3,000 trying to get to her, and every time it was a no. And she said, "The reason why I wasn't with you is because I was with my ex." And he was probably like, "What?" Like, and that's and even with his perm brother, he the
Christian.
he went crazy. He was like, "Oh my god." And then but if you notice, Brandon said it really calm, really, really calm. But he's
Mm.
like, "That's a deal breaker."
Yeah, I
That's
was
all
with
he said.
Brandon.
Yeah.
I was I was with Brandon. Keke definitely wasted his time. She
Oh
took
my
no
god.
accountability. Um, and I hate to say it, y'all, but Keke might end up being alone because I don't think she's gonna get another guy like Brandon. Is good looking, in shape, really wants you, trying to be with you. And you stuck on this ex that's never gonna be with you. Or if he is, it's probably when y'all 75, then he gonna be like, "All right, baby, let's get married." Um, so you can take care of him and everything. Yeah, that's sad. I felt bad for Brandon. I did. I didn't like
Mhm,
how Kiki acted at all the whole
mhm,
season.
mhm.
So then we move on to anything else on Brandon and Kiki?
I just feel like he was like, "Bye, Kiki," you know what I'm saying, on the, she's like, "Can I get a hug?" He's like, "Nah." He wanted her to feel some pain, but
Yeah.
he's another one of them that I'm like, he's probably gonna be on the phone like, "I miss you, Kiki." I
I don't
don't know.
think
I don't know, man. He really liked her. You can tell, like, that
you
was
could
a
tell it changed after to your point after
yeah.
she talked about, that ex and the 4 times. Ever since then, like, the last 2 episodes, he kinda just been like every time you see him, he just like
Mhm. Like, he's
and the
like,
fact
almost
that he didn't help her with her luggage, he was like, "Peace." I was like, "Oh, he done."
yeah, he done. Yeah, he was done. Yeah. She was all struggling like, "Please."
"It's heavy.
He was like,
This stuff
"Alright,
is
yeah."
heavy."
Yeah,
It was
everybody
like,
was
"Dang, he ain't even helping her."
he ain't even he left without her. Like, I mean, yeah, he left that's the whole point is leaving without I ain't with her no more. That ain't my girl. He's like, he was like, "Me and Kiki are no longer together." He that boy was free. He was set free from some Kiki. That's what's up.
So then we move over to Chris and Alexis, and, I don't get it. Chris does this whole diatribe and then all to say that he wants to leave with Alexis, and of course she's like, "Yes, okay, cool," because she never doubted it.
I thought they were done actually.
I I don't get it, y'all.
When he was talking, I said he said the producers clearly said it, okay, say it in a way that makes us think that you ain't gonna be with her. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm
That's
like,
about all they've been producing on the show.
why is he doing that? Like,
I don't know,
why is he
y'all.
saying it like this? Like, we both need time to grow. So I'm like, all right, they done. And then he's like, but I still love you. It was like, like what's
You
going
wanna leave together?
on?
I was like, "Oh my god." You know what, baby? Maybe our
Why you
original
do that
theory
face
was
like that?
right.
You
'Cause he
wanna
be
leave together?
overacting. Like, not. But,
Oh,
maybe our original theory was right from episode 1. That's the only thing that makes sense is that she got some type of money, like money.
absolutely.
That's the only thing that makes it. Cause remember, she's 10 years older than him.
Yes.
He said the first time he seen her, he thought she was cool, but he thought she was overweight and kinda need to get in shape. And she's
Yeah.
controlling. That's the only thing. She gotta have or maybe she got some type of connections. Maybe it's not money per se, but maybe
There's
her
some sort of
brother is a
opportunity.
CEO or so I don't know.
There's some sort of fiscal opportunities there.
Something, cause it's not
Gotta
making
be.
sense.
Because I don't I guess he's attracted to her. She's, you know, she's not she's not an unattractive person, no. Um, you know, it's that's what's up, man. I ain't gonna tell nobody who to be attracted to. It is what it
And
is.
too, we've never really explored it from her side,
Mhm.
but it's like, do you really wanna be with Chris if all he's doing is, like, nagging you the whole time and telling you, like, "You too controlling, you too this, you too that, you too this, you too that." Like, at some point, you just wanna be who you are, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
I'm a more, reserved person, so if you was constantly telling me, like, "You need to be louder, you need to speak up, you need to speak up, you need to da da da," I'm like, "Dang, that's not who I am," you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So, I'm co but to her point, I mean, she has a man, a nice looking guy that's 10 years younger, so I can get why she was like, "Well, let me just go along to get along." So I understand it from her angle, but
Well, he ghosted her at first. Ain't that how the first episode started? He ghosted her, and then, like,
oh,
she,
yeah.
like, doubled he had to apologize in front of everybody, in front of the
Oh,
whole
yeah, 'cause he was
world.
like, "I'm lost."
He was
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
"You gonna
He's like,
do
"You owe me
something?"
that apology." Yeah, you're right, I forgot about that 'cause he don't seem like that kinda
Like a womanizer
like
type
a
of.
yeah, that's what I thought he was, but yeah, he seemed okay
To
on the
know him, you know,
show.
he seems pretty like he's a faithful type of dude. I don't know him, but it seems as if, you know, he just sticks with one woman. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
don't get that
that's
one.
how I started. He ghosted her. They met, he ghosted her, started messing with somebody else, and then ghosted her, and then got back with
Yeah.
uh, old girl. So
Okay, so that was that.
mm,
Cinco and Jay, they didn't even have a conversation. They was like, "Yeah, you know we leaving together. You crazy?" It's like,
yeah,
"All right, y'all, calm down."
right. Yeah, I'm hoping that ends well.
I think it will. I was wrong about them. I was wrong about them. I think that they
Yeah.
work.
Okay. Okay. So you think they gonna work
Yeah, I think they're gonna work.
even with the moving? So you just think he gonna give in and just move to LA or wherever she at?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess they had the most chemistry. So I guess them being the only couple that had chemistry from start to finish on the
Yeah.
show,
They had the
you got,
little blow up.
yeah, you got to give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for that.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to work. Jay is gonna have to be better about when they disagree because she kind of got a little crazy. Remember that one episode? But other than that, I thought she showed interest in him. He showed interest in
Yeah,
her. I thought they worked well together throughout the house. So I think, yeah, they were the only couple that,
that start to finish,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she was gonna box for him too. So I know she really liked him. She loves him. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you mean?
When she was in the kitchen and said, "Oh, you just over here like a promiscuous whore."
Oh,
The whole girl. She said, "Oh, well, you over here trying to get to know everybody but your own man." And I was like, "Oh, that's his girl for real. That's how your girl act. Like for
yeah.
real, for
She a
real."
little spicy. She a
Yeah,
little spicy. So
when that's your girl, yeah, that's how she. Yeah, you can tell. So yeah, they good. Well, round of applause again for her for going up for crashing out for her man for real.
okay, so theirs was quick and easy. And then last but not least, the moment we had all been waiting for.
Oh God,
What was Jared gonna say? We knew what Charlie was gonna say, but what was Jared
yeah.
gonna say? So he said, unfortunately, what I'm saying, it has to be a yes or no decision, and I gotta go with no. So she feel I was like, She feels like he wasted her time. She
Right.
feels like a fool.
Of course.
And, then he was like, "I hope one day you'll see this was all from love." She was like, "Alright, Jared." Like, she at the end, she was like, "Alright, you doing too much now."
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So
Bruh.
he thought Charlie could change his mind because remember that's when he went into the whole thing about how he gets tired of people. So he said when he came into the house, he thought maybe Charlie could change his mind about that. But she didn't. And he gets tired of waking up to the same person every day. He has a pattern of always being the first to leave.
Don't ever tell a woman that, by the way, fellas. If you ever want to really have a serious relationship or get married ever in your life, don't ever say you get tired of women in a year or 2 years. Or you're gonna get tired of waking up next to the. Don't tell them that. I don't even care if you mean it. Just don't even say nothing, bruh. Just don't. Yeah, don't have that kind of thought pattern, bro. The point of marriage is growing and building and falling deeper in love as time goes on, learning more about your partner as time goes on. His as time goes on is met with the negative connotation. It's like the more time it is, the worse it's gonna get. That's not the mentality you
Somebody
want
gonna
to
hurt somebody, so I gotta leave.
have. Just keep building. Just keep building. Just keep building. Okay, that's all I needed to say. I'm sorry.
Jared needs to be studied by young women everywhere. It almost needs to be a curriculum where somebody cuts
Oh,
out all these
wow.
clips.
Oh, wow.
If you hear any of these phrases, run. I mean, dang, this was crazy. It's like a master class. Like,
Bruh.
yo. And I feel I don't feel bad for Charlie because she been playing in his face too. But it's like,
Oh,
dang,
yeah,
girl, you
yeah.
was down bad. You look real crazy on this show. So I'm hoping when she watched it
Mm,
back,
mm.
we'll see. Maybe at the reunion. I'm interested to see where her head is at the reunion. Because I absolutely, to your point, believe as soon as they leave, she's gonna be like, yeah, we still good. Yeah, we can take our time. That was just a show. We ain't got to really make it official. I wasn't serious about that,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely. She is hitting him up. Like you said, she is on the phone. I just need somebody to talk to.
you're my best friend.
Yeah, she just
Get
got mad.
another one. Like, stop.
He said, "You, but I got a lot of friends. But you, my, he said I got a lot of best friends. Didn't he say that? He got a lot of best friends.
Oh, no. My
He
head was
said,
spinning. It
but
was a
you are
lot
the
with him.
best friend. You on the top of my best friends, and
He was
it's
a true. I would have been so embarrassed if that was my son, y'all. If I would imagine us, we would have been like, "Hey, everybody, yeah, you watch this show called Never Ever Met. Our son gonna be on there." And then he got on there and showed his behind.
mm, mm,
It made him look really bad. I feel like part of him was trying to be like a little comedian and he thought it was cute and funny.
right.
But I'm hoping when he watched this back, he's seeing how crazy he looks like for real.
Especially when he said, I'm starting to think like the whole demeanor he had was like a comedy act to the
Yeah, he low key was trying to be funny.
like when he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit loud, about myself for a little bit." He started
Oh
chuckling.
yeah.
He left. He like
He like smirked when she
he
went back
probably
in.
knowing that he don't talk like that for real and anything like that. It was just funny. Like yeah, I am
Yeah,
gaslighting you.
y'all. She was so heartbroken. I think even throughout all of it, I think she still had like a little bit of hope that he might say yes in the end. And that's the saddest part of it all. She still thought he might say yes. It was
Cause
nothing he could do for her to leave. Like he could
she
have
thought
done
if
no wrong.
she thought if she kept giving him sex and the sex he won't, he was not like some women just clearly she equates sex to love and because she's got so many kids so she keeps giving all these guys sex, you know what I mean, without commitment involved, so they take it, they run, and she goes on tries to find somebody else, but she keeps using her body to capture this man. She's gonna have to start using her spirit. She's gonna have to start using her intellect. I'm sorry to say, she's gonna
Yeah.
have to start using other things that draw a real guy in her life. She's gonna have to lock up the box. I'm sorry to say. And that's the only way she's gonna really get a real dude. I'm telling you. She's gonna have to not have sex with
She
the dude.
Yeah, and at some point, you know, your life can't be
It ain't working.
can't be all about getting a man or getting a woman. Like, it can't be, like, the sole purpose and point of your life, you know what I'm saying? You need to just be living your life, and organically, those things can happen, but when your whole mindset is, "I gotta find a man, oh my god, I gotta find a man, I gotta be" and it's just like, she need to put the brakes on the man thing, and she needs to get a therapist and get some self-esteem about herself and figure out why her self-esteem is so low. 'Cause that's yeah, it's not gonna work out for her. Cause if she finds somebody else, it's gonna be the same thing, it's gonna be another desperation. Maybe his name is Bobby or something, it's the same thing. "Hey, you got a PS5? 'Cause I can send you one. What's your name? So how you spell it so I can get it tattooed?" Just
She's thinking about how can I lock down a man. She's trying
yes,
so
like,
hard,
stop,
but she don't know
stop.
it's about intellect, it's about being a man's piece. And she I hate it for her because she's gotta navigate through having 4 kids now.
Yeah, that
That's
is
tough,
tough,
man.
that is tough.
It's
She
for
gonna have to
every
find a
man.
guy that has a lot of kids too.
Yeah, just find a guy who has 3 kids.
And then the thing
And
too,
then
her kids are young. That's
and
the thing too.
and
Like,
they
if they was
young.
on some, like, 7, 13, and
Yeah,
16, it's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
she
But
got
she got, like, a
babies.
newborn, a 5-year-old,
It's
like,
like,
heck nah.
you got babies, I gotta take care of these babies." That's a lot.
Uh-uh.
She knows that, granted, with every year, it gets harder for a woman to get picked up and with the kids. So she's like, "Dang, I can't just wait it out for 4 years, so I'll be 4 years older with 4 kids. So let me try to keep when I have this body, these features or whatever, let me try to get the man now." But she need to just find a man, a good man in church and just find a good man, a guy that's gonna take care of them kids and don't want necessarily sex every day like that or sex at all until y'all get married and then can discover you like that. That's what I recommend for her. Find you a man in church. There's plenty of them. They looking for women and yeah.
I don't know if
Don't
they looking for women with 4 kids, but
hey, an attractive woman. They're looking for an attractive woman. So yeah, you right, but still.
yeah, what she has going for is that she does do very well for herself. I'm not sure what she does for a living, but she does very well. So it's not like she has 4 kids and she's gonna need money from the guy. You know, she got a dope house. It looked like it was like three levels or whatever. So yeah, I think she need to just don't even worry about a man and just focus on yourself, focus on your kids, get your self-esteem up, and then you'll naturally attract,
Some women gotta have a man in their life. You know them type of women. I think she's one of them.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
she keeps giving up sex too easy. That's why she keep having these kids. And she thinks that she can lock them down with the kid and they leave, and then she just keeps adding to her total. She just
Yeah.
went about it completely wrong. You can't give the kids away, so you gotta find a different way to go about attracting the man. It gotta be
Yeah.
intellect. There's time. Start a business and someone who partner with them, and then they see how valuable you are, and then get married that way.
Yeah. So that was the show, ladies and gentlemen. That was the season.
Yeah, it
It was
was
a good
fun, y'all.
season. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a good season. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I
yeah,
think we have one more episode. The reunion is coming up, so I think that should be the reunions are always good. So I'm excited to see that and see how
yeah.
everybody is. Have people gotten back together?
Mhm.
Has everybody stayed apart? So we'll get to see that, and we'll come back one more time next week, and we will review the reunion.
Mm.
All right, y'all. So that is all we got, and we'll see y'all next week. See ya.
Yeah, yeah. Peace out.